segment devoted to bringing you the best musicians Jersey has to offer. I'm your host, Mike Mahan. On today's show, we decided to switch things up a little bit by having an acoustic act. So without further delay, I'd like to introduce Tony Palmucci. Welcome to the show, Tony. I'm glad I can see you again. It's been a while.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mahan.
Great to have you here, brother. So why don't we start off and tell us what inspired you to become a musician?
Let's see, what inspired me to be a musician? I guess listening to music was the first thing, but it was actually a family friend playing Hey Joe on the guitar.
Yeah? Good old Hendrix, man.
Yeah, that did it. I said, that's what I want to do, play guitar.
Did you ever dream that you would get as far as you have with your career?
Well, I didn't think I could make a living playing guitar. That was never the goal. I always thought just play guitar. And then I said, hey, maybe I can do this.
Yeah, right.
That's
maybe this
the
could
only
be
thing
my
I
career.
could do, I think.
I'm sure you could do more, but it seems to be what you're excelling at, man. Could you pick any particular moment that might have been the proudest in your career?
Well, I guess the proudest of my musical career would have to be playing on stage for a lot of people and getting the opportunity to play with a childhood idol, Dee Snider.
Oh, yeah?
And realizing that the first solo that I ever learned from my first guitar teacher was actually a solo that I was playing on stage with him. And at that moment, I realized
wow.
that...
So it's kind of destiny, like the first solo you learned how to play, you eventually ended up performing it with the band that actually wrote it.
Exactly, yeah. So that was kind of cool.
I hope I get that opportunity someday.
You will, you will.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know you have a music school that is actually, used to be a student there. That's how me and you met. Was that always part of the plan, or did you just kind of fall into it?
Well, for me, I guess teaching was always my side job. It's always what I did in between playing and touring and recording. So it always got me through the lean times. And it was also something that I really enjoyed and felt that it was maybe my only natural gift was teaching. And, looking back, I think that was the destiny really, is education and teaching.
Take everything that you've learned over the years and then pass it down to another generation.
Yes, very fun.
Totally. Now, everyone knows that the economy's hurting pretty bad. Has your school felt the hit of that, or are you guys still going strong?
Well, they say during, these times or a recession that the arts prosper, and I really do believe that that's the case, because I think it's the arts that get us through these times as well.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
At our school, we are currently expanding, and given that opportunity, I'd have to say that the economy hasn't affected us on a business level, but I have seen the pinch with families coming in and talking how it's affecting them.
Yeah, definitely, funding their, child's education, pay starts cutting down and it starts to get a little bit rougher.
Exactly.
I got some first-hand experience of that myself. A lot of musicians say you got to kind of be a jack of all trades if you want to make it in the industry. Would you agree with that? Because it kind of seems like, you're teaching, you're playing, you seem to be doing a little bit of everything.
Well, that's for sure. I would say also learning different styles, not just playing, rock guitar, but also learning how to read music and playing various styles like blues or jazz.
Yeah.
Really will help round you out and give you the opportunity to get a lot of work or be a part of a lot of things.
Yeah, as a musician, you need to be really diverse, right? Be able to, dabble in a little bit of everything.
Yep.
All right. What advice would you give to any aspiring musicians out there who are hoping to make it in the industry?
Well, I would say that the biggest difference that made it for me personally was finding the right teachers. And when you really find the right teacher that's who's able to bring out in you the music or the art in you, I found that that was really the best advantage that I had, getting lucky enough to find the right teachers.
I agree with you completely on that. I learned from, a fairly accomplished musician, guy Ryan Thompson, great teacher. And I got to attribute, any musical success I've had so far to him. So,
Absolutely.
You got a great point
Absolutely.
there. Well, at this point in the show, we all know what happens. I shut up and we get to hear some killer music. So let's kick it to the other stage.